Okay, so why Celeste now? Well, for the last couple of months, I've been doing these missed reviews. I've just been looking at games that haven't been reviewed here on this channel and thought, well, do they deserve a review? And a couple of months ago, Sion gave me this gorgeous physical version of Celeste that just made me play the game again, and right there I just thought, we need a Celeste review on the Nintendo Live YouTube channel, and here we are. So, without further ado, let's go. If you look at Celeste on the surface, it's another brutally challenging and fast-paced title. Traversing the titular and treacherous mountain by way of climbing, jumping, and dashing over deadly traps, this challenging platforming formula has proven to be popular on the eShop through the years. But Celeste does have more than a few tricks up its sleeve, both mechanically and stylistically, to give it a sure footing. From the outset, it is clear that Celeste is a dangerous and hostile place, with bitter cold and harsh terrain. However, there's a warmth and sincerity to the protagonist Madeleine as she tries to reach her goal. She's vulnerable but determined. She doubts herself but supports others. Both you and Madeleine will have to share determination and persistence to conquer both physical and personal challenges. The game also has plenty of atmosphere and tension, but there's also a feeling of hope, and the cathartic sense of self-discovery is rich throughout. Internal voices clash, text judders with emphasis. The game deals with some complex personal themes with refreshing candor and nuance. Aesthetically, Celeste is a mix of myriad art styles, but they complement each other well. The characters have fluid and varied motion animations, and the backgrounds with its weather effects feel suitable for any wallpaper. But it's not only the pixel art style where this game shines, you also have low polygon 3D models of the mountain itself and the various structures you'll come to meet along the way that is equally as charming as the in-game graphics. And a third art style is when Madeleine interacts with people she meets along the way. It's these bold drawings that convey a range of emotion and expression during dialogue presented at the top of the screen. And this same art style is used at the end of each chapter to really help you immerse yourself into this journey. Level design and controls are also great throughout, especially when secret areas and more unique tasks are factored in. The routes and paths you take may initially look impossible, but every death is a lesson so you can observe and fully exploit the environment with Madeleine's moveset. Whether you're utilizing the environmental elements like crystals to replenish your dash, indicated by Madeleine's hair color, or taking a breather on barely visible ledges, Celeste constantly feels more immense than its retro art style may suggest. Clinging to a wall within a pixel of your life and then springboarding across a wide gap, only to perform a perfectly timed dash to safety, is incredibly satisfying. And with practice, the game really rewards your ambition to take risks. The balance of timing, reactions, dexterity, and movement feel great, and it's clear that there's a hint of the hyper-jumping mechanic that made Towerfall so good. Towerfall being a previous game that the developer of Celeste made, and it's also a brilliant time, let me tell you that. There are two main types of collectibles on your quest to reach the summit: strawberries and cassette tapes. While the practical use of strawberries is pretty negligible, the temptation to push yourself and gather every last one is very gratifying. In addition, each chapter contains a B-side cassette tape, which is where the real challenge lies. Find it and an even harder alternate version of the chapter opens. They are definitely worth the effort. Speaking of cassettes, Lena Raine's soundtrack is absolutely superb, with the reflective and intricate piano being a particular personal highlight, as well as heart-pounding grandeur during thrilling set pieces. Seriously, this soundtrack is just best experienced rather than explained. The complexity of levels you're playing might not be apparent early on, but they soon become sprawling and interesting puzzles within themselves, so you'll need to plan your route to the top meticulously, with a genuine sense of achievement that could even change your outlook on life/challenges faced once you've put your switch down. There's a big heart beating under Celeste's harsh and unforgiving exterior. There's this special warmth to the characters, and a personal conflict that's as resonant as it is reliable, with surprises at every turn. While games in this genre has a reputation for the difficulty, the assist mode in Celeste is a masterstroke. Unintrusive, highly customizable, and excellently implemented. Categorizing elements of the gameplay that can be adjusted in a non-binary manner truly can allow a balance between difficulty and accessibility. In full assist mode, you basically tear through the game for the story, and it's possible to slow down the speed, have infinite dash and stamina along with complete invincibility. The game is challenging enough to make you go to these options regularly, but perseverance pays off as you'll be missing out on a lot of what makes Celeste such a joy to play. Mastering the game's position timing and having lightning quick reflexes will take a lot of practice and persistence, but it's worth every minute. With no aid whatsoever, Celeste as a game is a sadistically challenging yet immensely rewarding experience, to the point where you want to put yourself through the hardships to reap the sense of satisfaction in an art-imitating life kind of way. While this game's tight and tough platforming is highly competent if a little familiar, it's the narrative and art direction that makes it truly special. It's a game of conflict, with a heartfelt story of determination and self-worth, and it's all just a thoroughly enjoyable experience regardless of your ability. So, in conclusion, Celeste is an exemplary amalgamation of style, mechanics, and character. A devilishly brilliant action platformer with enough skill to even excite the speedrunning community, while at the same time featuring a breakdown of gameplay elements to customize and cater for all audiences. While the game mechanically is great, the art style and narrative are truly special, showing both a visual and emotional range and depth that will resonate and inspire everyone. Celeste is just simply the absolute peak of personal exploration and discovery that we can't recommend enough. So that's the reason why we are very proud to give Celeste on the Nintendo Switch a 10 out of 10. And now with the review done, it's time for Felix's personal thoughts. Okay, I'll never do that again. This game is an absolute joy to play through. I've completed it, I think, 2 times by now, and after doing this review, I've been motivated to do it a 3rd time because it's just such an addicting experience. I think my personal favorite thing is the strawberries, that you don't have to take them because that'll make the game so much easier. But if you have it in you, getting the strawberries is where the real fun lies. It's so fun doing these incredibly hard challenges and finally succeeding. But there's just so much personality and it's truly unique. I've never played anything that gives me the feeling that Celeste does. I often put the soundtrack of Celeste on because the song Resurrections, wow, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. The game shares a light on mental disorders, anxiety, and that feeling of you're not good enough, you can't do that. You're always battling with your inner self, and here in this game you're actually battling your inner self. It's pretty crazy. It's just done in this brilliant way that at the end, as it's said in the review, you might come out as a different person. I know I did. Also, shout out to John Cousins for the excellent review on this incredible game. I really think his words did Celeste justice. So do yourself a favor, play Celeste if you haven't already. I know it's a very, very popular game and loads of people have played it, but I'm sure some people watching here haven't played the game, and I'm just saying, just do it. Get to the game, even if it looks a bit intimidating, like if it's too hard, there's no shame in going in and changing it to make it easier. Like, I play games on easy all the time because I don't like hard games, and you should totally do that with this game if it's too challenging for you. And that was everything I had to say about this brilliant little action platformer. If you like this video, why don't you come to peace with your inner self and click that subscribe button? And don't forget to check out our website nintendolife.com for all sorts of reviews, guides, and so on. Stay safe, play some Celeste, and I'll see you in the next one. Felix from Nintendo Life, out.